as one of the heavyweights, Canada, takes on lowly Anguilla in the Bermuda National Sports Centre in beautiful Devonshire, Bermuda. Pitch conditions 62 degrees, a little chilly for some, and that lovely island breeze is going to present a favourable conditions for the players this evening. Well, Canada, one of the seeds in this Group A, they have started off with an incredible victory with a 6-0 win rather, over Turks and Caicos. Now Curacao, 2 wins out of 2, lead the pack with 6 points. But look at the goal difference. Canada just played 1 game and they have 6 goals under their belt. They were looking to add to that tally against Anguilla tonight. Now, Anguilla still have not secured a point in this competition so far. They lost 3-0 on the opening day on Friday to Turks and Caicos, and then lost 3-1 to the host Bermuda on Sunday. If they're going to secure a point tonight, they're going to have to play their best match of the tournament against one of the seeds in North America and Concacaf, the Canadians. Now Canada, one of the victors of this tournament in 2013. They got first place. It's the only championship they've won in this 16th edition of the Concacaf U17 qualifiers, and Canada victorious in 2013, so they certainly have some pedigree going forward. Just to remind everyone, 35 teams coming in to this tournament, divided into 8 groups. Only the top team from each group will move forward and have a chance to qualify for Qatar 2025 in November. Now, looking at the teams in the region with the most appearances in the FIFA U17 World Cup, United States leads the way with 18, and they've qualified for the last 10 U17 World Cups. Mexico, on the other hand, they're second with 15 qualifications. They were there for 15, 17, 19, and 2023. Then Costa Rica coming in third with 10 qualifications for the FIFA U17 World Cup. And then Canada comes right behind at 8. So they are one of the teams expected to move on to the illustrious World Cup in November 2025. Canada qualified in 87, 89, 1993, 1995, 2011, 2013, 2019, and of course 2023. Well, they got fantastic performances from none other than Gaia Prasad, the Trinidad and Tobago background. His parents are from Trinidad and Tobago. He was definitely the player of the match in their opening game against Turks and Caicos. Scored the opening goal, got 2 assists, and put Le Rouge on their way on Sunday to get 3 points. The much talked about star Aluswa Jimo, who plays in Newcastle in England, now for the CPL. Had a slow start to the match, but done to mark his name in this tournament and got on the scorer sheet. Well, the teams are coming out on the pitch. Coming up, we'll have the national anthems for both teams. Then we'll have the starting lineups for Canada and for Anguilla. We will meet our match officials and have first half kickoff.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Canada. gentlemen, please remain standing for the national anthem of Anguilla. Now, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's starting lineup for Canada. In goal, number 21, Jonathan Ransom.
So there you have it. The anthems are completed. Now we're looking for our starting lineups. And we're going to meet our match officials who will be managing this game today. Beautiful night in Devonshire, Bermuda. 62 degrees kickoff. And the Canadians will surely enjoy this weather. Only 2 players are back from the lineup on Sunday. That'll be Moise Archange, number 3, and the captain, Chukwu, the left back. All the rest are changed up, or substitutions that happen on Sunday. Aiden Evans, Fortier, Sadek, Selemani, Daniels, Ainero, and Bossenberry get their chance to start tonight. Make no mistake, Canada feel that they have a deep enough squad to utilize players and still secure points. Tonight's officials: Jonathan Hughes from Cayman Islands, Kevin Peters, Clyde Cadet, and Ken Pennyfeather from Antigua. 2 captains, Nicholson Millington and Mba Richard Chukwu. Chukwu, of course, having Nigerian parents and resides in Canada. As for Anguilla, they just make 2 changes. Laurie Gums comes in for KJL Robin, and Keandre Bell comes in for Javonte Gale. We're going to have a chance to see Adrian Charles again. And the number 9, Tariq Jackson, who got a goal in the last match against Bermuda. He'll be looking to get another one tonight. Well, Le Rouge, without Gaia Passard and Jimo, 2 of their star players, Sortu Tortula, they pulled the strings in the previous match on Sunday against Turks and Caicos in that 6-0 win. A whole new lineup with the exception of 2 players. Now they go up against a feisty Anguilla team that are desperate to secure a point. Canada in red from left to right, Anguilla in the white strips with the blue shorts. My name is Ryan Davis, everyone, and we are happy to be with you on this beautiful Tuesday evening in Devonshire, Bermuda. Rocher. Archange, Chukwu, the captain, out wide to Daniels. Chipped into the box. Canada playing a 4-4-2 defensively, but will quickly move into a 4-2-4 as they push forward and try to apply pressure on Anguilla. Anguilla, on the other hand, a 4-2-3-1, and will certainly try to consolidate. Poor kick by Brown, and Canada gets back possession. Rocher. Selemani. Looking inside Met by Connor. And a missed kick, and Brown is called into action. And because it's a missed kick, it's not going to be considered a pass back. Here we have the Mike Vitulano, who has to be impressed with his Canadian team on Sunday. Archange. Chuku. Daniels. Ainero. Cutting back, still Ainero into the 18-yard box. And he earns Canada their first corner of the evening. It's going to be taken by Ainero. To the near post and met with a powerful header coming from corner. Ainero will try it again. Has Rocher in the middle. This one a little bit more loft to it. And this will go out for a goal kick. Here's Chuku. It's going to be a free kick for Anguilla as Canada try to push up high and get back possession. Nathaniel Owen will take the free kick. He started on Sunday evening's match against Bermuda. Lofted, and the first time that Jonathan Ransom has calling to play. He's replacing Dominic Kantorich, who started on Sunday. Canada flexing their muscles, showing the depth of their roster. And an offside call means Anguilla gets back possession. Nathaniel Owen. Headed out by Rocher. Sadek. Free kick again for Anguilla. And just looking at the pattern of the two previous free kicks, this one is going to be this one is going to be lofted right into the 18-yard box for players like Tariq Jackson and Adrian Charles to try and get onto. Owen again to the corner flag. Bell. Leverett, the throw-in. And a little chance for Canada with Aiden Evans, Sadiq. And with the high line, and looks like another free kick is going to go Anguilla's way. Tariq Jackson brought down by Rocher, and now the referee is going to go to his pocket. Yellow card for the centre-back. Elijah Rocher, who's in for Kovlowski from the last match. Here's the challenge. And you can see him pulling the shirts as Rocher was caught in that high back line. So he's cautioned, and that's the first yellow card of the evening. And now Meki Connor, the number 10, is looking very interested. Connor chipping to the last post. And there was a chance for Anguilla. It was a narrow one. They couldn't convert when Ransom came out of his goal. Here's Jackson. And here's Rocher. Daniels coming deep. Selemani. And Canada are right on top of Anguilla's doorstep. Roche. Flipped inside and he head up just past the first post. Well, in that sequence, 21 out of the 22 players were in the attacking third for Canada. If that doesn't give you a sign of things to come in this match. Canada saw Curacao win by 2-0 over Turks and Caicos. Turks and Caicos are now in front with 6 points, and Canada desperate to get 3 points tonight, as only one team comes out of the group with a chance to qualify. Rocher. Selemani. 1v1. Comes inside. Clips inside. And Brown, for a second, looked like he lost the trajectory. And may have been caught out of his goal, but he recovered. Awkward bounce for Selemani. Giving chase is Bell. Bossenberry finding Evans. Slips it inside. Ayenero. The chip to the last post, and Brown gets a hand to it. And it's bundled over the line. William Daniels, making his debut in this competition, takes advantage of some sloppy goalkeeping. Ayenaro was played through by Evans. A little chip to the last post, a hopeful chip. Brown couldn't handle it, and it went right into the path of Daniels. Gets a fingertip, and that allows Daniels to just tap it in to an open net. So Canada take a 1-0 lead in the opening 10 minutes through their left midfielder, William Daniels. And that's right, LaRouge's flag is flying high. They'll be certainly enjoying the weather. Anguilla with some space. It's Bell.
Ladies and gentlemen, goal for Canada, scored by number 20.
Still Bell. Trying to play through Jackson.
In the 9th minute.
And does Jackson win a corner? He does. So Anguilla secures their first corner of the evening. Chance for Kamari Gums to swing one in. Gums delivery. Has a lot of loft onto it. And the header over the bar. Here comes the Canucks. Looking inside to Fortier. Switching to Rocher. Full of confidence. Anguilla staying compact. Fortier out wide to the goal scorer Daniels. Gets past his marker. And an excellent recovery from Laurie Gums. Still Canada come. Fortier. Chukwu. And we're back to that sequence again. 21 of the 22 players in Anguilla's half. Silimani. Bossenberry, the cross. Daniels gets his head onto it. And this time Brown secures it. Rocher with some time, looking for players at the back post, and he found Daniels. But William Daniels had to generate the power, and it wasn't enough to get past Brown. Kanji. Chukwu inside. Fortier. Little clip by Ayenero.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Canada continue to press, pushing forward. Red shirts
number 18, William
are
Daniels.
filling the attacking area in and around Anguilla's goal, looking for goal number 2. They already have 7 goals for them in this tournament, 6 in the first, 1 in this match. Curacao has 8, but they conceded a goal against Bermuda on Friday. Rocher. Recycling, Archange. Sidik out wide to Daniels. Early cross, and it ends up in the arms of Brown. Here comes that pressure again. And Aidan Evans forcing Brown to just punt it. Fortier is switching. Chukwu. Silimani. He's adventurous, the lefty on the right. Looking inside. Chukwu, the captain. Little 1-2 with Daniels, but it was well read. Fortier again. He's commanding the ball in the middle of the park, but he can't find Silimani with that corner flag pass. Canada 1, Anguilla 0. William Daniels getting his first goal for the tournament. And taking a little bit of pressure off of Canada, who of course have to win to keep up with Curacao. And getting that first goal is always the hardest in soccer. And Daniels obliging. Here he is. Early cross with the left foot, and Brown didn't know much about it. Shamar Brown trying to decide his location. Here's Owen. Going long. Comes Jackson and Charles in the vicinity. Sidik can't control. Silimani coming all the way back. Rocher. Chipping it forward, well met by Takari Kona. Ayenero. A little roly-poly, gets past one. Drives it across, but no red shirts could get on the end of it. Daniels. Slipping it inside, Sidik. Fortier. Chukwu. Rocher with time. Silimani wants to get back on that left foot. And he does. And a shot from outside. Archange just trying to get the ball through the traffic. Chuku. Canada probing. 48. How compact Anguilla is. They are a juggernaut back there. Look at the white shirts. The only way to go for Canada is out wide. And that's where Rocher might have to go. Slipping it through. He's onside. And a good save by Brown. Anthony Bossoneri with a chance. Silimani. Bossoneri making the run again. Clipped inside. Falling. Ayenero. Anguilla survive. Silimani. Bossoneri. Slide tackle. Well, and he wins a corner for Canada. Here's this effort by Rocher finding Bossoneri between the seams. And a good save by Brown. Strong right hand. Gets the ball to safety. Corner number 3 for the Canucks. This one has some mustard on it. Again, Anguilla getting first to the ball. Now it drops kindly for Ayenero. It was Evans, and he dragged his shot wide. Sixes and sevens at the back, and Evans had some daylight. Just couldn't find the bottom corner. Here comes Canada again, inside. Ayenero's shot. It was an awkward hop for Brown, but he did well. And it's another corner for Canada. Excellent strike by Sadik. And Brown again getting down to it. Corner number 4 for Le Rouge. Rocher and Brown gathers. Long kick by Brown, giving Anguilla some room to breathe. And now they have a throw-in the Canadian half. Canada get back possession. Sidik dispossessed. I get the feeling that Jonathan Ransom in the Canadian goal is going to be playing as another stopper, more with his feet than with his hands. Silimani can't get past Takari Connor. Owens with the goal kick. Out by Archange. In midfield, Fortier. Silimani. Still Silimani. Anguilla getting back into that familiar position right in front of their own goal. Ainero. Rocher. Bosenberry comes back inside, slips it through. Beautiful ball by Bosenberry. Ainero got on the end of it, but so too Takari Connor. Owens. Only as far as Daniels. A danger man at the moment. Trying to find the number 20, Bosenberry. And Brown, courageous. And the goalkeeper is giving some directions. He's going to try to launch this one into the opposing half. And have Gums, Daniels, and Jackson scrap for it. And they win a free kick. Here is Adrian Charles, and that was Sidik just taking a ride on his back. Now, can Anguilla get one back? Good delivery. And the header out by Evans. And Anguilla have some space with Bell, but is immediately crowded out. Silimani using that skill. Evans back to Silimani. Still Silimani going shoulder to shoulder with Kamari Gums. And Canada win a throw-in deep in the Anguilla defensive third. Kamari Gums was defending with the free kick. Here's Bosenberry. Silimani. Rocher. Silimani helping it on to Bosenberry. Well read by the centre-back. It was Leverett coming across. And he wins his team a throw-in. Sidik. Ainero. Evans can't hold on to it. And it's going to be a throw-in for Canada and Silimani. Well, assistant coach Adam Miller. His clipboard is never far. Daniels. Trying to get past Gums. And Chukwu, the left back, straight offside. "25 minutes gone. Canada got that all-important opening goal by the left midfielder William Daniels rather. Silimani. Fortier. So methodical in their build-up, and they have to be because of Anguilla's insistence to sit back. Silimani, quick ball to Chukwu. Quick 1-2s. Daniels with some space. And the shots. Not much of an angle for Daniels to work with, and Brown did what he had to do. Ball came straight at him. Is Sadiq to Daniels with that confidence and a strong push. Concedes another corner. Corner number 5 for Canada. In the 6-yard box now, Ayanero lays it back for Bosenberry. Cannot get past the traffic of Anguilla. And that was Evans. Well, Evans had a shot about 5 minutes ago and he dragged it wide. This time he got a volley, a half volley, and couldn't keep it down. But it was his cross that allowed Daniels to bundle the ball over the line for Canada's 1-0 lead. Leicester corner, Benjamin Gooden looking on for Anguilla. Anguilla is a British territory. And it's one of the most northern islands in the Leeward Islands. So much so, it's just east of Puerto Rico. If you're wondering, don't bother to Google search. Ayanero. Actually, it was Sadiq making that run. Brown taking his time. Fortier and company get back possession. Sadiq. Bosenberry. Fortier goes down on a heavy challenge from Millington, the skipper. Cross from Rocher. Only as far as Chukwu. Daniels. Sadiq makes the run. Daniels looks him off. Has another shot. Daniels again. Well, he's full of confidence, William Daniels. And quite rightly, any daylight he gets, he's pulling the trigger. Brown's goal kick lacked the accuracy, and here comes Canada with possession again. Rocher, who seems to be quite the distributor from the back line. Sadiq out wide to Daniels, back to Sadiq. Tries to square across, Brown gets a hand to it. Another shot by Daniels, and Brown again to the rescue. Shamor Brown has pulled off some saves in this first half. None better than this. Ayanero lays it back. Daniels again. It was a good height for him, but he still had to get across. And he did just that. Another cross coming in. Canada. Finally cleared away by Anguilla, and a bit of a foot race. Change goes all the way back to Ransom, who says thank you very much for the touch. "30 minutes gone. The Canucks have a 1-0 lead over Anguilla. Fortier. Not much room to play with, and both Ayanero and Evans constantly have a player on their backs. Fortier. Little touch from Archange. He's in the box now. Archange, the defender, crossing it. And guess who's on it? Brown. Jackson doesn't have any room to play with. 3 red shirts swarming. The forward is on an island. And the island is Bermuda. Leverett to take the throw in for Anguilla. Down the line he goes. Jackson asking the referee for some impediment. Daniels pulling wide. Chukwu sees him off. Anguilla again, resilient. Fortier, Sidik. Fortier is a player down for Anguilla, and he's going to need some medical attention. Down goes Leverett as well. The medical staff may have to divide and conquer. Now Leverett's back on his feet. Physiotherapist Janae Gishard-Pine attending. Back on his feet is Mickey Connor. But another player's down now. Looks like Bell. And with the physiotherapist walking off, I believe just some stretching is taking place. Some advice for the Anguillan. Lester Connor just having a word with Laurie Gums. Gums did not start the last match against Bermuda. Gets a chance to play tonight. Coach Mike Vitulano wouldn't be too nervous, but you could never really relax on a 1-0 lead. And I believe he will go back to his seat if Canada gets a second. Evans, Bosenberry, could they get two? Saved by Brown again. Shamor Brown in form and is building his own wall. Evans in the thick of things, playing Bosenberry through. Didn't exactly find the corner. And to give Brown credit, he was anticipating that last post. Ayanero swung in. Again, a dangerous delivery. Goal kick for Anguilla. Bosenberry slipping it through to Evans. And no chance for Jackson. Archangi, light pressure coming from number 19, Adrian Charles. But they quickly retreat to the defensive third, Anguilla. Daniels turning, gets past one tackle. Cross comes in, and it's in the back of the net. An own goal. And Shamar Brown has been in such fine form. Maybe an own goal was the only way to get the second. Evans is congratulated. We will have a replay to see exactly what happens. Daniels to the byline. He scored the first, assists the second. And looks like it did go through the gates, and Evans did tap it home.
Ladies and gentlemen, go
The defenders didn't get on the end of it. Evans did. So Evans gets the goal. He gets the favor returned from Daniels, as Evans set up Daniels for the first and Daniels set up Evans for the second. And maybe now Mike Vitolano will sit down on the chair as Canada take a 2-0 lead over Anguilla. With the two seeds, Curacao and Canada, playing on Thursday, goal difference is a factor. Curacao winning earlier today 2-0 versus Turks and Caicos. And I'm sure the Canadians will be thinking about getting more goals. Here's Daniels again. Has been the player of the first half. Fortier. Rocher. Selemani. Almost like an Aaron Robin coming from the right-hand side. Dinks this one through. A shot from Evans. And a clever, courageous slide tackle from Meki Connor. Canada's corner. In swinger. And the header, and another header. And that's 3-0. Is he onside though? This one is going to be denied as the offside flag came up with the second header. Ayenero thought he got his second goal for the competition, but it was in an offside position to nod it home. Taken quickly. In the box they go. Sidik slipping it through, and another one. A snapshot from Evans. A quickly taken throw, and Anguilla were on their heels. And the ball played in to Evans, and with the left foot just drove it past Brown in that near post. Canada starting to pour it on. Evans gets his second. It's 3-0. Anguilla, the tactics were clear. Consolidate, stay compact, frustrate, and try to get something on the counter or set piece. But Canada's creativity and ball handling, and as I say that, they give away the ball. Here they come again. Gums can't control. Chukwu Khan, he gives it away. Outside of the foot pass into the arms of Ransom. Players like Bossenberry, Evans, Daniels, Ayenero, they have carved up Anguilla in the last 10 minutes. Sidik has a shot. Brown gets down again. Don't forget the performance of this young man. Scoreline says 3-0, but it could easily be 7. As they back off of Sidik, quite rightly lets it fly, and an acrobatic save from Shamor Brown. Punched away by Brown. Selemani. Player down. It's Meki Connor. He received some treatment just about 5 minutes ago. Here's that delivery again from Fortier. The brave Shamor Brown. Looks like the defender got ahead of it, and Brown actually got the back of the defender's head with the punch. And physiotherapist Janae Guichard Pine has been busy. So with Curacao winning 2-0 earlier today, Canada and Curacao will go on top of Group A. Goal difference will be a factor as these two teams clash on Thursday evening. Canada and Curacao. And there's Mike Vitulano. The checkerboard is out. So referee Hughes will have a drop ball in Canada's favor. Anguilla getting players behind the ball. Have to feel somewhat defeated after they held off for so long and then were completely opened up in the last 5 minutes by Le Rouge. Daniels, a goal and an assist. Here they come again. Daniels. Cross. Ayanero, top of the box, driven by Fortier, and Brown gets a hand to it. Well, it's target practice, and Shamar Brown is in the thick of things. Bosenberry. The volley by Sadek, and it's 4. Well, the Canadians love it, as well they should. Loving the weather, loving the celebration, and loving the goals. Sadek gets on the score sheets. He's had a couple efforts in the opening 43 minutes. This one in the bottom corner. Ball pinging around the box. The shot by Bosenberry and a one-time volley by Sadek. Tucks it away. But it's almost target practice on Shamar Brown's goal at the moment. Well, we had a little conversation about goals in the last match.
Ladies and gentlemen,
USA scoring 22 goals against the Virgin Islands, and their centre forward Adams scored 10 of them. Now the record in this illustrious 16 editions of Concacaf U17 tournaments was 15 that started all the way back in 1985. 3 minutes of stoppage time will be added. 15 goals was the mark, 14 goals rather. And now with Adams scoring 10 in just one game with 2 games to go, that record is up for grabs. Miss kick. Anguilla desperate to hold some possession. His belt. Silimani doing his defensive duties.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fourth official on the sideline has indicated that there will be a minimum of 2 minutes at a time.
Leverett's throw. Down goes Rocher, and Canada gets a free kick. Taken quickly. Archange. Chuku. Back to Sadek. Fortier. Here comes Le Rouge again. Silimani with that Aaron Robin type dribble. Some quick scores today. Barbados 1-0 win over Dominica. Curacao 2-0 winners over Turks and Caicos right here in Group A. Mexico 3-0 over Belize. Guyana 3-0 winners today as well. Haiti 5-0 over St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And Canada have not even reached the half as yet. 4-0 over Anguilla. So will be Owen to take this free kick. Lofts it as high and as far as he could. Out by Chukwu. Sadek, the goal scorer. Forte. Ayenero. Red shirts all around him. Evans inside. And they couldn't find him. It was Sadek with the little cross. The number 9 was waiting on the doorstep. Forte will go across to take this one. It may be the last sequence of the first half. Swung in. Drops. And finally cleared by Connor. Forte again. Playing it short. Here comes Anguilla. Daniel's cross. Wasn't a very good cross. And referee Hughes points to the dressing room. Canada, they needed goals and they got them. 4 goals to the good over Anguilla. This man Forte has been in the thick of things in the midfield. But it was Aidan Evans who has 2 of them. William Daniels who got the first. And it's been one-way traffic. And the midfielder Sadek for the 4th. One-way traffic on Shamar Brown's goal as the teams head into halftime. When we return to Devonshire, we will have first half highlights. Group A action in the Concacaf U17 Qualifiers 2025 edition. Canada playing their second match of the tournament after an emphatic win against Turks and Caicos on Sunday, 6-0. Anguilla, on the other hand, they've received some goals on their end. They've lost their first two matches to Turks and Caicos and Bermuda, and they're hoping for a miracle against Le Rouge tonight. The Canadian fans showed up for the weather, the goals, and the action. Ayanero to the byline, his little chip. And it was Daniels who bundled it over for the first goal and took the pressure off of Canada after Anguilla was stubborn for the first 15 minutes. Then Rocher from the right side. Headed by Daniels and Shamar Brown. That's the first save of many in this first half. Rocher, Bossenberry, Brown anticipating, keeps his score at 1-0. Then, little flick on, Evans is shot, he drags it wide. Coach Fitulano still directing traffic, not happy with just a 1-0 scoreline. Cedric gives up a free kick, and Leicester corner. Here's a shot by Daniels and another save by Brown. And the Canadian bench urging them on. Evans, Bossenberry, another save. Daniels again to the byline this time. It goes through traffic and finds Aiden Evans. Evans right on the doorstep to tap it home. And Canada get their second. Then ball slipped through. Aiden Evans again, snapshot to make it 3-0. Clever pass in the box from Ayanero. And Evans with the finish. Canada weren't done yet. Cedric. Brown again to the save, to the rescue. Then Evans turning provider. And Cedric with the volley to make it 4. Le Rouge in control after 45 minutes as they take a 4-0 lead at halftime. Well, when we return to Devonshire, Bermuda, we will have second half action. Welcome back to beautiful Devonshire in Bermuda. Group A action, of course. Canada 4-0 lead going into halftime over Anguilla. Mayenero, Evans, number 9, with 2 goals in that half. Chukwu, the captain. Let's see if Canada go to their benches. Daniels, the 18, was the so just one change so far. It comes from Anguilla at halftime. Ryan Josiah Lind is going to check in, and number 19, Adrian Charles, a midfielder for a forward. So Anguilla are the first to go to their bench. On the bench tonight, of course, some of the high performers for Canada on Sunday. Andre Ali, Gaya Prasad, Kevin Khan, Olasula Jamo. And you have to bet that Mike Vitolano might go to his bench to give his starting 11 a run out. Owen. Flicked on. Chukwu with room. Out wide is Sedic, who's been an instigator. Daniels. Cross. And the clearance coming from the substitute, Ryan Josh Lynn. There he is. Fortier with the corner. Driven. Bounced. And finally, I'm going to get a foot to it. Bossenberry.
Number 19,
Anguilla desperate to get a hold of the ball and create a counter-attack. It was Tariq Jackson who overran the ball.
Ryan Joseph Lynn.
Daniels. Heavy touch by Chukwu. Comes is dispossessed. Ayenero. Chukwu. Daniels. Good cross. And it just passed Evans and he's shot by Bossenberry. Every time the ball goes down the side, that's where the room is. It pops up to a red shirt somehow. This time Bossenberry cannot direct his kick on goal. Owen with the goal kick. And the Canadians are bundled up. It is 62 degrees at kickoff and dipping. Yes, it's an island, but possibly the most northern island in the Atlantic Ocean. Bermuda can get quite frigid. Long throw. Canada again, probing. Fortier with a bit of skill. Soleimani wants to get back on that left. Fortier. Rocher slipping it through. Bossenberry. Ayenero. Nowhere to turn. Daniels. It is one-way traffic. Had Chukwu making the run. Sedic. Ayenero. Daniels. Deflection away by Ryan Lynn. Here's Soleimani. Chuku. Sadek has a shot and it comes through traffic and Brown is there waiting. Shamar Brown beaten 4 times in the first half, but pulled off about 5 fantastic saves. Fortier. Quick switch. Soleimani has a shot. And Brown again just turns it around the corner. As Canada get yet another corner. Swung in by Daniels. And Bostonberry couldn't control. Goal kick for Anguilla. Well, Group A will have a showdown on Thursday. 2 p.m. kickoff time. Eastern. It'll be Canada against Curacao. If this score holds, Canada will leapfrog Curacao into first place as Owen miskicks this one for a throw-in. And the Canadian bench will have to have some discussions on how to get past the Dutch territory of Curacao on Thursday afternoon, as Group A will come to a head as the 2 leading teams will square off. Injury for Leverett, the left back. His shoes are off and he's heading to the sideline. Hopefully it's not a blister. That could end your day in 5 minutes. Fortier. Achange. Daniels. Fortier. Sadek. Can he get number 2? Still Sadek. Bends it and Brown is there. Rocher. Anguilla not out of the woods yet. Offside. Looks like the referee's going to attend to Shamar Brown. And he's lying down in a very, very awkward position here. Shamar Brown in a bit of trouble as the ball came through the crowd. It may have struck him in his face and he is very slow to respond. Here's Sadek getting right on top where that penalty spot is, and it hits him right in the face. Just looking at the slow response, not sure if Shamar Brown, who's been a star for Anguilla despite the scoreline, will be able to carry on. That's the corner, just giving some advice to Kamari Gums. On the bench, they have Andrew Service, who can step in for Brown. Well, he's back on his feet. Referee comes across. There is Leicester corner. So the star player for Anguilla is back on his feet. Concussion test in process. No, that's not a DUI. That is the latest concussion protocol. We start again with Silamani. Here they come again. Chukwu. Chukwu again. Left back hasn't got much chances to cross or provide crosses. He's been staying at home and directing traffic. Sidik. Daniels. Canada are humming at this point. Fortier. Owens gets in the way. And Anguilla can't get a sniff of the ball. It is all Canada and all one-way traffic. Rocher out wide. Silamani, Fortier. Sidik. Inside, Daniels. Anguilla resilient. Canada persistent. The shot comes in. Brown gets a hand to it. And it looks like the Shamar Brown we know. He's back on his feet and makes yet another save. 48, Daniels, and Brown. Evans crowded out. Lecky Connor couldn't hold possession. Silamani can. Tries a shot. Did he miss kick it or was there a deflection? Canada making some substitutions. Moise Archange is coming off. And number 2, Sahil Deo, who played right back in the last match, comes in. Captain Mba Richard Chukwu comes off. And number 6, one of the heroes on Sunday, Sergei Kolovsky. And Kozlovsky gets the captain's armband. Fortier. Here they come again. Kozlovsky with that deft left foot of his. Daniels. Bosenberry trying to play Daniels through. Bell loses the ball. Daniels has been adjudged for fouling Bell. Actually, it's going to be a throw-in. And Laurie Gums will take it. Well, it's progress. The ball is moving up the pitch, and Anguilla will be very happy that it is. Comes again. Ayanero. Going all the way back. There's Deo with his first touch. Kozlowski coming around Daniels. Little one touch to Bossenberry. Fortier. Comes clears. Kozlowski's cross. Selemani at the back post. Tries to play it back across. Laying it back to Fortier.
Your attention, please.
Kozlowski has a shot.
There'll be substitution for Canada. Using number 3 with Archer.
Slide tackle by Jackson.
Entering
He was
number 2.
desperate to get it back. Selemani brings it back.
Also leaving number 13.
Slip through.
2.
Ayanero.
And entering
And Anguilla
number 6. Sergei.
and Connor get their feet to it
Kozlowski.
for another corner kick. Taken quickly. Daniels. Clipped in by Sadiq. Bossenberry. And Canada will recycle, maintain possession, get back their shape, and put Anguilla back on the ropes. Cross coming in from Dale. Just about 30 minutes left in this match, and Canada still trying to add to their total from the first half. Two goals from Eden Evans, one from Wilson Daniels, and one from Sadiq. Here is Daniels. Kozlowski. Slipped inside. Evans looking for that hat trick. Shamar Brown with the goal kick, and referee Hughes is asking for the ball to be on the correct blade of grass. One back. Ayanero. Gets past one to the byline. Clips it in. Headed out by Gums. And a shot. Deflection, and it comes off a Canadian player. There's so much traffic in the Anguillan box that any shot from on top of the box is more than likely to hit a body or two. There's Williams Daniels, who opened the scoring and provided an assist for Eden Evans for the second goal. Headed to Ayanero. He breaks free. Some daylight. Couldn't convert. The centre forward, who has a goal from the previous game, hasn't really been given an opportunity, a clear opportunity, as Mike Vitolano and Adam Miller consult. Ayanero. Selemani. Still Selemani. Can't keep it down. Sadek. Clever flick. Bosenberry. Kozlowski. Daniels. Bosenberry makes the run. Gets it. Back to Daniels. And Evans couldn't find the on-running left midfielder. Comes. Clever fake. Buys himself some time. And he can't find Jackson. Sadek. Heavy first touch allows Mekhi Connor to come in. But he can't keep possession, and Canada get it right back. Evans. Clever turn. Daniels. And that's number 5. Ayanero gets his goal. He's been working hard, making runs, never got a clear opportunity until now. Excellent build-up from the left-hand side. He signals to Daniels, who gets his second assist. Little flick on from Evans. Daniels looking up right into the path of Ayanero. And he gets his second goal for the competition, first for tonight. And Canada are 5 goals to the good. And boy, the Canadians give the thumbs up. And they're showing off the Le Rouge.
In the 61st minute.
Daniels, as ever. Anguilla staying firm. Despite the scoreline, they are disciplined, resilient, and sticking to a plan to the very end. And now there's a big discussion. Everybody wants to get on the ball when it's 5-0. And now there's a huddle to see who's going to take this free kick. Looks like Sadek lost the vote. And the powerful left foot of Kozlowski or Daniels may take this one. Kozlowski, what a strike. Well, Shamar Brown, who's had an excellent night, cannot stop Sergei Kozlowski from an absolute beauty. He scored a volley to get the 6th against Turks and Caicos, and he gets the 6th tonight with a driven free kick. Daniels, one touch, and Kozlowski put his laces right through it, and it found the bottom corner. And Shamar Brown, with all of his brilliance and bravery, couldn't keep it out. Kozlowski, the defender slash midfielder, gets his second in consecutive games. Injury for Anguilla. Chene Gishard-Pine is back on the pitch.
Goal for Canada scored by number 6.
Come on, boys. Come on from the line for me, please.
Sergei Kozlowski
Back from the line. Number 10.
in the 16th
From the
minute.
line.
Not sure what the altercation was, but it was certainly off of the ball.
Coach, you want to do it now? Okay. Right, John. We making a stop now.
Necky corner. This time, Keandre Bell. So Bell will come to the sidelines and Canada go back to the bench. Number 15, Sidik, who's had an excellent game, is going to come off for number 10, Isak Tortola. A goal for Sidik. He was brilliant. And the clever midfielder comes on, Tortola. And the player of the match in the first match is about to step in. Ayonero, who got his goal. And coming on, Andre Ali Gayapasad. The fourth substitution for Canada. Out wide, Selemani. Cross, and could it be 7? Daniels, who is in such good form, couldn't convert. Daniels again. Tortola, his first touch.
Your attention, please. Ladies and gentlemen, substitution for Canada.
Gayapasad,
Leaving number 15.
Kozlovsky,
Anguilla Sudet.
Evans, back heel, Gayapasad.
Number 10. Isaac Tortola.
Evans looking for a hat-trick.
Also leaving number 19.
And it's deflected from Daniels. And Shamar Brown is getting pulled left, right, and center
Ali Gayapasad.
as Canada continue their surge on his goal. Header by Daniels, and it's going to be a free kick for Anguilla. So Canada's next match, Thursday, a date with Curacao, which will more than likely decide things in this group. As for Anguilla, their last match will be against Curacao on Sunday to finish off their campaign, as Evans still probing. Dio touches out wide. Owen is down. Another injury. Well, she's certainly going to get her steps in tonight. Shanae Gishard-Pine. She's on her way to Owen and now has been sent back to the bench as the big centre-back stretches. And he's going to soldier on. Well, there's the support from Canada. Another cross and a chance for Evans, and he's shot by Selemani as he tries to get on his score sheet. Evans. Brown gets a hand to it. Brown is seeing that his hand was caught. Looks like it was by Evans' foot. Here's the cross by Gayapasad. Evans. Shot by Selemani. Then Brown is going to go to ground right here. And there was certainly some contact from Evans. The Anguilla faithful have come out tonight and they've seen Canada put on a show. 6-0 against Turks and Caicos on Sunday, and they have 6 here again with just about 16 minutes remaining in regular time. It's going to be a drop ball for the Canucks.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Kozlowski
total attendance for tonight's match is
slipping
42.
inside. Gaia
I
Prasad.
want to thank you for all the fans who have attended the 2025
Kozlowski's
Concacaf
cross.
Under-17 qualifiers.
And the header by Selemani. This came off of Daniels. It's going to be either a throw-in or free kick for Anguilla. Here was Daniels over the back of Kamari Gums. Here is Larice Gums. Bossenberry. Fortier finding Evans. Daniels. Bossenberry. The cross. Corner kick for Canada. It's going to be left for Daniels with his left foot. Insistent on the in-swinger. William Daniels whips it in and just missed about everyone. And there was a touch from Anguilla, so we're going to have another corner. Tortola, his substitute. Lofted into the back post. Canada. Deo. Onside by Daniels, the cross. And it's going to be a throw in for Anguilla. Quick recap. William Daniels opening the scoring in the 9th. Then 2 goals from Aidan Evans. And a goal from Sidik to make it 4-0 at halftime. Then Ayanero scored 1 to make it 5. And Kozlowski, his strike, to make it 6. Gaia Prasad. Little chip from Fortier. Selemani. Bossenberry. Kozlowski. Fortier. Gaia Prasad. Finding Deo. And he couldn't find Bossenberry. And you have to feel for Anguilla. They have been valiant. And now players are like dropping like flies. Kozlowski shot saved by Brown. Corner kick to Canada. Well, the players are retreating. Thought we saw the referee point to the corner flag. And Kamari Gums is going to get a talking to. So Kevin Khan, who scored a penalty in the last match, makes his way in as the 5th substitution for Canada. Tortola will take this corner kick. Brown comes out, gets a punch, and then the follow-up by Daniels. Only as far as Dale. The turn by Kozlowski. Don't dare him to shoot. Canada continue. They have a corner. And it is relentless. Bostonberry was the player that came out for Can. All in preparation for the showdown on Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time against Curacao, right here in Devonshire, Bermuda. Swung in by Daniels. Kamari Gums. Clipped in by Daniels and headed out by the captain, Millington. 10 minutes to go in regular time. Canada seeking more goals. Anguilla just trying to hang on to the final whistle. Played short. Daniels. Whipped in. Deo's shot. Another player down.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Substitution for Canada.
Injury for Anguilla, and they're calling to the sidelines with some urgency as Janae Gishard Pine
79th minute.
will come back out. And here's a substitution. Eki Connor will make his way to the sidelines. And coming in will be number 12, Kieran Herbert. They both came on as a substitute in the last time they played against Bermuda on Sunday. Clipped in by Kozlowski. Brown is there.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen.
And he's looking for Jackson, who's 1 versus 2.
The 81st minute. Leaving number 10. The Klein corner. Entering number 12.
Gaya Prasad.
Kieran Herbert.
Deo bringing it back. Still Deo. The cross. Brown's punch, and it's in the back of the net. Well, Silamani has tried just about every shot tonight to get on his scorebook. And he gets there by doing absolutely nothing. Sometimes less is more. Brown came out bravely, and he punched the ball from Deo's cross right onto Silamani's head. He didn't know where it was or what happened, but he got his goal, and Canada's 7th. So Silamani gets a goal, and he's on the score sheet. And if you ask him how he did it, he'll probably tell you he has no idea.
Ladies and gentlemen, goal for Canada scored by number 70.
Anguilla have back possession for all of about 3 seconds. Tortola cleverly finding Gaya Prasad. Excellent tackle. Gaya Prasad full of tricks. And it's going to be another corner kick for Canada. First engagement, a tackle for Herbert as he came in for the midfielder, Becky Connor. Daniels, whose first goal seems like ages ago, swings it in. Beautiful delivery. And Rocher, a centre-back, They love to get on the score sheet. Looks up to the heavens. Coach Mike Vitolano, I think he has earned himself a seat on the bench to relax for the next 5 minutes. But of course he won't. His side has now totaled 13 goals. And their second match is not completed as yet. Pumped in. Jackson is there. Gums is there. Kaya Prasad with room. Late tackle by number 6 Millington, and the captain will stay out of the referee's book. Here's that turn by Kaya Prasad, and he taps it back, and there's that late challenge from Millington. And Shamor Brown, after a heroic night, this may be the end. He's been valiant, and looks like that's it. The 10th time he's down for the count. And looks like Andrew Service will be in service. Well, what an evening. Forget the scoreline. He has been the player for Anguilla. I'm counting double-digit saves. And one injury too many for Shamar Brown. Has to come off. A round of applause by the Canadians, Bermudans, and the Anguillans. Even the Canadian bench comes across to give him a high five for that performance. Andrew Service heading to his goal. Deo. Kaya Prasad. 48. Kaya Prasad can't get on the end of it.
Your attention, please. Ladies and gentlemen, substitution for Anguilla in the 88th minute, leaving the game, number 18.
Here's Brown, his knee being attended to.
Shamor Brown entering the game, number 1.
Kozlowski chips. Headed back down, and Tortola, it was offside on Silamani. Out by Owen. And a small victory here for Anguilla. They're actually going to get the ball in Canada's half. Gums. Referee says play on. Kevin Kahn. Switch of play. Deo. Still Deo, the right back. Slipping it through Salimani. Evans, who's still there. Chipped in by Khan. And Service gets his hands on the ball for the very first time. Always a good feeling for a goalkeeper. So 7 minutes of injury time added. And you can understand, as a lot of Anguillan players needed attention.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fourth official on the sideline has indicated that there will be
So
a
7
minimum
minutes
of
to be added.
7 minutes at a time.
And it may be more. As Janae Gishard Pine thinking about coming on, and now
Make it a sub now. Signal a sub.
number 5 Leverett gets back on his feet. And he's going to come off. Leverett makes his way to the sideline. And Twain Anderson will replace the left back. Gaya Prasad. Actually, Salimani slipping it across, gets it back. And it's turned in. Is it by Evans or is it by Daniels? Evans is claiming it. And Daniels is ruled offside.
Attention, please, ladies and gentlemen.
Evans looking for that hat-trick. Daniels looking for his second. And this one is called back.
Devon Everett. Entering game number 15, Tyrone Anderson.
Khan, Suleimani, Evans turns it right there, and there's Daniels. Ball would have gone in, but as soon as he stuck his foot out, the offside flag came up. Evans. Suleimani. And a save by Service. Well, I think Suleimani wanted to hit that ball to the other end of Bermuda. And he completely miskicked it, and it hit his hand. He's a smile on his face. He scored a goal where he has no idea how he did it. And now a volley onto his own hand. Daniels. And yes, he scored the first and provided the second in what seemed like weeks ago. Evans turning, still in the hunt for that hat-trick. Khan. Kevin Khan from Feyenoord. Top of the box is shot by Khan, and he gets on the score sheet. Well, the man who plays for Feyenoord Rotterdam doesn't need much to get goals. A penalty in the first game and just a little bit of daylight was all he needed to find the bottom corner. Turns, technique, hits the inside of the post. No chance for Service. What a strike by Kevin Khan. Canada 8, Anguilla 0. Combs can't keep it in.
Ladies and gentlemen, goals for Canada scored by number 8.
And another wave of red is going to come onto the Anguillan goal. Khan out wide to Gaya Prasad. And here's his substitute Anderson, who just kicks it up the line for Jackson.
And it only costs 4 minutes.
48. Gaya Prasad out wide. Khan, Kozlovsky, deflection, Daniels back inside. Kozlovsky again, outside of the foot, headed by Lind. Tortolas just dabs at it. Nothing much behind it. And it's going to be a goal kick for Anguilla. Comes dispossessed, but they get back the throw. Flicked on by Gums. Deo. Khan. Deo again. Gaya Prasad. Cross. And Service gets his hands to it. Brave save by the substitute goalkeeper. As Khan got to the byline, he put some meat behind it. And he snuffed it out at the near post. Here they come again. Deo. 40. Little flick. And it's going to be a corner kick, which may be the last sequence of this match. 30 seconds remaining in injury time. William Daniels to take. Headed out by Lynn. And the referee calls for either an offside or a free kick. Nevertheless, Anguillan possession. Well, 8 goals tonight. 14 goals in 2 matches for Canada. They've left this footprint on Group A. Another dominant performance by Le Rouge. Daniel started the scoring. Evans got 2, but that was at the beginning. So much more followed. And they needed the goals for their showdown against Curacao in case there's a draw. And they got them. Gaya Prasad came on as a substitute. Didn't have much to do. Kamari Gums and company did their very best to slow down the Canucks. But Canada got their goal early and put the pressure on Anguilla. And they got their 3 points and they got their goal difference to go along with it. William Daniels, a goal and assist, was one of the players of the match. Mike Vitulano making his way to his players and the officials. So to Leicester corner, there's Owen, the big centre back. Anguilla completely outclassed. But Concacaf has provided a platform for countries who are trying to catch up, have this experience. And that's more important than anything else. Well, Canada rampant. Soleimani and company have done the job tonight against Anguilla. as they get 8 goals tonight to add to their tally of 6 on Sunday. When we return, full-time highlights. The Canadians take the field for their second match, Anguilla their third. And Le Rouge didn't take long to get on the score sheet. Ayanero got to the byline, a little delicate chip. Shamar Brown couldn't handle it, and William Daniels gets on the score sheet and gets Canada's first. Then, the shot by Daniels, another great save by Brown, who was called into action all evening long. Aidan Evans, Fylan Bossenberry, Brown again with heroics. Then, Daniels to the byline. It goes through all of the defenders and finds Aidan Evans as he gets his first for the evening. 2-0 Canada. And here they pour it on. Evans again. Just 3 minutes after the second, he scores the third. Evans trying to turn provider, and Sadiq, the midfielder, converts. Excellent volley. Bottom corner, 4-0. That was the end of the first 45 minutes, and Canada were rolling at this point. Second half, more of the same. Sadiq, this one hit Brown in his face. You'll have to get medical attention after the strike. Then Fortier slipping this one across, and another save by Brown right after he was attended to. Then Evans playing in Daniels, and he finds Ayanero, and the centre forward finally gets his goal, and Canada's fifth. Then Kozlowski, who just came on with a fiery, driven free kick to make it 6. He scored the 6th on Sunday. He scores the 6th tonight. Then Silimani trying to get a goal. And Brown again to the rescue. And again, he was injured on that play. Brown again with the save, and right onto Silimani's head. And the midfielder didn't know much about it until he went to the back of the net for Canada's 7th. Then Gaya Prasad upended by Mikel. And then Khan with a thumping drive to get Canada's 8th. Khan again, and Sivis, the substitute goalkeeper, called into action. At the end of full time, Canada raised their goal difference to +14, exactly what the doctor ordered for Le Rouge, as they have their showdown with Curacao on Thursday. So Thursday is the big matchup against Curacao, but Canada have the goal difference on their side, 7 goals clear of Curacao in case there's a draw. Now Curacao has the pressure on them to having to get all 3 points against the Canadians on Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern. Then Bermuda, Turks and Caicos, and Anguilla, not much of a chance at this point as these two teams on top continue to roll, but they will finish off the rest of their games between now and Sunday. Well, a dominant performance from the Canadians, a goal fest, as they would say, for Le Rouge. And from all of us from the broadcast crew, my name is Ryan Davis. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again on the Concacaf Men's U17 qualifiers. Good night.